Hey guys, so I want to give a 1 month update on the portfolio project that I've been working on. Um, for if you haven't seen my prior videos, basically on April 15th, 2025, I started depositing $100 every day into my Interactive Brokers account and dollar cost averaging into a set of 14 stocks. And we chose a variety of weights for these different stocks in the portfolio. So you can see we're up to nearly $3,000 in account value now. Um, an unrealized profit and loss of profit of $139.10. And then these are the 14 stocks that I've been investing into. So you can see the biggest holding at the moment is Taiwan Semiconductor, followed by Microsoft, Caterpillar, Amazon, Google, JP Morgan, NVDA, Meta, ASML, Lockheed Martin, Applied Materials, Apple, Pepsi, and Thermo Fisher Scientific. So far, 11 of the 14 stocks have made gains. We've lost money on Apple, Pepsi, and Thermo Fisher. And biggest gain by percentage is NVIDIA with 13.2%. But um, since I only allocated 7% to NVIDIA compared to 9% for TSM has a slightly bigger um, uh, overall gain, unrealized gain, even though the percentage is a little smaller. Okay, so looking at performance, so Interactive Broker shows you your cumulative rate of return, which is a time-weighted return. Basically, time-weighted return means that it, it's the same irrespective of your timing, like when you deposited and how much you deposited. So it basically just tracks the performance of the underlying securities themselves. So it's a good measure of performance for um, whether the stocks you've picked are particularly good ones, whether they outperform the index. So so far, our time-weighted rate of return has been 9.9% since we started, and that's compared to the S&P index of 7.3% time-weighted rate of return. So we're doing about 2.5 percentage points better than the overall market. So that's pretty good result so far. You can see by sector, largest holding is technology, and then communications, and then industrials. Those three make up most of the portfolio. And then this breaks it down more by industry. Interactive Brokers also has a neat thing called Portfolio Analyst, which shows you all your kind of metrics of performance. So we've got a Sharpe ratio right now of 4.58, which is very good year to date. Projected income $33.64. So it's about a little over 1% of the portfolio value. So not too much right now. That's just beer money at the moment, but plan is to grow it over time. So here I've used Excel to plot my unrealized gain, percentage of unrealized gain for each stock versus the weight of the stock in the portfolio. So this is showing that we've done pretty well allocating in the portfolio because the smaller allocations like 4% and 5% weights in the portfolio have tended to have the worst overall performance, while the 7% to 9% allocations have all performed well. So those have all been positive. So we've done a pretty good job of within the context of the 14 stocks in the portfolio of allocating a larger percentage to the ones that have performed the best. So you can see the highest unrealized gain is for NVIDIA, which is 7% of the portfolio, and then TSM at 10.4%, which is allocated at 9%. So you can see that our 7% and 9% allocations have tended to perform the best. And we can test that using a linear regression. So that's what I've done here. Basically, so we have a R squared value of 0.539, which is pretty high. It's higher than I would have expected for something like this, and a p-value of 0.0028. So essentially, what that tells you is that there is a correlation between the weights that we've chosen for the portfolio and the returns on the stocks. So that means so far we've done a pretty good job allocating the highest weights to the best performing stocks. However, now uh, I'm considering um, I'm considering adjusting these weights a bit because I still think that Pepsi and Thermo Fisher are good values right now, so I might increase the allocation of these. Apple, I'm not so sure about because of the problem with tariffs, and Trump keeps making threats against them, so that could depress the stock for a while, or it could fly after if there's some kind of trade deal or Trump decides to back down or something. So, but it's a little bit uncertain there. I think Apple's probably one of the most exposed companies to tariffs, particularly on China. And the idea of making iPhones in the US is a pipe dream. So think I think there may be more trouble ahead for Apple, but I'm still going to keep allocating a small percentage into it. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Stay tuned, keep watching. We're going to keep working on this. Again, I'm depositing $100 into the account every day, so we're hoping to slowly grow it over time and use compounded interest to really get somewhere pretty big. So thanks for watching, and thank you for the support.